Okay, so this right here is the login screen for the truck loading mobile app. I will be logging in to show how to use the mobile app. The mobile app is intended to be used by the loading officers such that they can easily capture the loadings for the trucks and then submit. Upon submitting the transactions they capture, the officer at the back office using the Power Enterprise application would see the details of the trucks that have been loaded under the inventory transfer module, and then they can continue processing it from there. So we'll be logging in now to view how the app works. So you'll be required to supply your username and of course your password. Once you supply your username and password, you click on the login button to log in into the app. The app is currently configured to a demo data on PowerSoft server. Now once you log in, the first screen you will be seeing is a dashboard screen. The dashboard screen will show you completed, draft, pending, and voided transactions. Completed transactions are loadings that have been fully processed. Drafts are loadings that have been captured and then submitted but have not been picked up at the back office for processing. Pending would show you number of loadings that have been sent to the back office for processing. It has been picked up at the back office. However, the process has not been fully completed at the back office. And then we have this menu to navigate. We have the transfer, the stock, warehouse. We also have the analytics and the reports. Then at the bottom of the screen, we have the home, which is the screen where we currently are, the dashboard screen. We also have the transfer, which does the same thing as this transfer here. And then we have the profile. If I click on the profile just shows the name of the logged in user, their email address, and then a logout button. If I go back to home, then if I click on stock, the stock shows you the inventory you have in the warehouses at the back office. It shows you their quantity as well as the warehouse. So the item name, the warehouse, the bin, and then the quantity on the right. So the quantity that shows in red are quantities that are below 10,000. The quantities that show in green are quantities that are greater than 10,000, while the quantity that shows in blue are quantities that are greater than 10,000 but less than 100,000. So you can scroll to see this. If I go back to the home screen now, it refreshes and then displays this. If I go to warehouses, the warehouses listed here are only the warehouse this user has access to, so that at a glance the user can see the warehouse they have access to. That being said, now if you want to do a loading, you need to go to transfer. Transfer here would first of all show you list of transactions you have captured in the past. According to what is shown here, you will see the dates on the transfer, you will see the transfer number, you will see the description of the transfer. For instance, this first one is saying transfers for first week in August. That's the description. You will see the warehouse from which you are transferring, and then you will see the name of the loading officer here on the right hand side, and then at the top right hand side you will see the status of the transfer, just like we have it on the home screen, where we have completed, we have draft, we have pending, and then we have voided. Now, to create a new transfer, you will click on the top right corner on the plus sign on the top right corner to create a new record. Once you click on that plus sign, you get to see this page where you see the transfer number. The transfer number field would be auto-generated upon submitting this transfer record. The date of the transfer, the source warehouse, the source bin. The loading officer name would appear here upon saving this record. Then the description. While the line section here allows you to now add the individual destination warehouse and quantity you want to transfer for each of the lines. So we capture here the date of the transfer. I'll pick 10th, the source warehouse. I'll pick Abuja as the source warehouse. The source bin, which is from source warehouse, and source bin simply means where do we have this product that we want to transfer, where is the product sitting currently. And then the description, transfer from now. After entering the description, the next thing to do is to start populating the destination warehouse and the quantity we want to transfer. To do that, all we need to do is to click on this plus sign here, just opposite this line's description. So I'll click on this plus sign, and then I get this field. On this field, I can see item, quantity, destination warehouse, destination bin, carrier number, ticket number, then the description. Also, I can select the branch, the project, the analysis 1, and the analysis 2. So if I click on item now, I'll be able to select items or products that I want to transfer. If I click on quantity, I'll be able to supply the quantity I want to transfer. The destination warehouse is where do I want it transferred to. So in my own case now, I'll search for Lagos. I'm transferring to Lagos. Carrier number, I'll enter the carrier number. Meter ticket number, I'll enter the generated meter ticket number. Then description, I can say then I can supply the branch. I can select the projects it relates to. Then I would enter the analysis 1. Once I do this, I can click on save at the top right corner of the screen to save this transfer line. Then I can click the plus sign again to capture another transfer line. If I don't want to save, I can click this cancel button on the top left corner of the screen to discard this entry. but I'll be saving right now. Now once I save, it will come back here, and then you'll be seeing the details of your transfer information here. The product you are transferring, the warehouse / the bin, the meter ticket number, and then the carrier number, as well as the quantity. If I want to add another transaction, I'll click on this plus sign here. If I want to view or do anything on this existing transaction, I can click on it, and then it just shows me the details of what I have captured. Let's add a new line. So I'll select another product, or it could be the same product. I'll select the quantity I want to transfer, the warehouse. So let's say we are transferring to Port Harcourt. So we are transferring to Port Harcourt. The carrier number, the meter ticket number, the branch, the project, the analysis 1, then I save. Once I save, it is showing the 2 transaction records down here. Now, if I don't want to do anything with this transfer detail, I'll click this cancel button, and then it cancels everything. The cancel button at the top left corner of the screen. If I click on it, the system would ask if you are sure you want to exit. If you click yes, it will discard everything. If you click no, it will remain on this screen. Now, to submit this transfer record, you have to click on the top right corner of the screen, the save button on the top right corner of the screen. If you click that save button, you get this confirmation box that tells you that this process is not reversible. Once you submit, it means you are already sending it to the back office. If you want to cancel, all you need to do is click no. But if you want to proceed, you click yes. So click yes now to save this record. So click on save to save this record. The record will be saved successfully, and then you see the transaction here showing. So currently it is showing transfer from Abuja to Lagos and PH, August 2024, which is the description. It is showing you the transfer number, which is 925. The date on the transfer, which is 9th of August. The source warehouse, Abuja store. The user or the loading officer that captured the transaction, admin. The status, draft. If you want to view what has been transferred or the details of the transaction, all you need to do is to click on the transaction. Also, up here, it has increased the draft from 9 to 10, because we now have 10 drafts or 10 transfers that have not been fully processed. So now let's view the details of this transaction that we captured. To view, I will click on the transaction, and then it goes and shows me the details. So now, this is me viewing the transaction. You can see it's showing me the transaction number and the date. It's also showing me the transaction warehouse and the bin, as well as the loading officer, the description, and these are the two lines under it. If I want to print the transfer document, all I need to do is to click on this print icon at the top right corner of the screen. If I want to go back to the previous screen to see the transfer listing, all I need to do is to click on this top left corner cancel button to close this page. So let's print to see the report. So now we have printed and it's already showing us a sample report. This report can then be sent to WhatsApp or to an email. To send to WhatsApp or email, all you need to do is to click on this share icon on the top right corner of the screen. If you click on it, it gives you the option to share on WhatsApp or via email the report. So that is the simple process of using this mobile app. Right now, the transfer record we created would already be sitting in the back office waiting for further processing on Power Enterprise.